Hello, fellow faithful. It is Bulldog here, back with more analysis of CLG, World's Greatest Silver Analyst. By the way, first game of the season, 2021. I am hyped to get into it. I know our roster is a little depleted, and we're fielding some backups, but still gonna try and remain positive. And if we don't perform well early on, we know this isn't the final roster, so there can be a lot of positive that comes from that. I've got an ice cold diet Dr. Pepper. Let's get right into it. Champ select. They ban out the Talia, so we have Solo and formerly known as Wiggly Griffin. So we have the mid jungle synergy already established and the jungle support synergy. So we're gonna be fine there. Like Griffin, holding on to him was a great choice by CLG, because in the event that something went wrong with Broxa, having a competent backup jungler is something I've advocated for a long time for every team, not just CLG. And also having one that has played with these other players is really good. And then Solo, he is a competent LCS top laner. Absolutely the best we could do on short notice. No complaints there. Ameo is Greg, if you didn't know. I don't know why he changed his name. I liked Greg. So I remember people saying there was some sort of something inappropriate with his former name, and I'm now just putting it together. What might have been wrong with that, so I understand the name change. Now they have Team Liquid has Alfari now, who was a dominant top laner in EU and is pretty scary looking in general. So this Liquid team could be a big upgrade, and could be very scary. And I would have them as one of the top 3 teams coming into this tournament. I have 100 Thieves as my clear favorite. I think they really showed it with the last game when they just absolutely stomped TSM. And then I would have Team Liquid and Cloud9 as the next 2. And then after that, it's just kind of a toss-up, because there's a lot of question marks on a lot of these rosters. And so I don't know really who I would put as the next strongest team. Like Evil Geniuses could be pretty good. TSM could be. So there's a lot of variability after those top 3. But I feel like I'm forgetting one that is pretty obviously strong, but maybe not. So let's get into pick ban. It's kind of a new meta developing. So the Talia Renekton was banned away, which were 2 really strong picks last time. I don't think you really have to fear the Renekton without the Talia. So I don't necessarily agree with that on Liquid's side. I don't know the strength of Akali. I know Pantheon's freakishly strong. Olaf is still really good because he's just a really fast farmer, really good early, kind of dominates, gets a lot of control early on, investing. So we have that flex of set, and that gives us a little flexibility. It forces them kind of to ban mid lane because we can put that either top or support. And I don't think there's anything overwhelming in mid lane. And Pobelter can play pretty much anything. I kind of like the Rel ban. I'm not sure if Samira will be picked. I know Samira is pretty strong. Well, they have the Camille. I don't know if they'll want Samira with that comp, but I'm not entirely sure what's strong. The Jax ban is a little weird to me because of the set flex, unless if that's a matchup Alfari really didn't want. Mid lane, Twisted Fate. We saw that 100 Thieves. It's a very good pick. It works well with the Proto Belt, which I had a theoretical support Twisted Fate that I used to like troll around with, where you rushed Proto Belt rapid fire to just get super long range gold cards, and now that's feasible as a mid laner. Oh, it was the Samir. Yeah, it is. It is pretty strong from what I've heard, and they're going for like a kill bot lane. Wow. So, okay. They're still going for a kill. It's not quite as dangerous, in my opinion, because the pipe just does more damage. But the Leona Samira is still pretty scary. But this gives you a couple more options as to what you could do, because you could do something like shielding. I really like that Malphite pick. And like I said, the set can be a flex. But Malphite, I think, is real strong right now. Also, Shen was open and we didn't take Shen. I think Shen is incredibly good. And like having those dual globals would have been really good. But with the state of the team and this kind of being a cobbled together roster, having to have that tight communication to properly execute a Shen, I think Malphite is the safer pick, and it allows for it to be like a primary engage, and having some really strong hard primary engage that can't be stopped by Syndra. Syndra stun is very good, and it can be very, very good follow-up to a gold card. So I like it quite a bit, and it allows for the Kai'Sa to go ahead and leap in. And Kai'Sa I like a lot on Turtle, because Turtle very much likes going forward. I'm going to fast forward as much as I can through the load here. Hello, Zoe. Yeah. Are you getting in my way? Yeah, kitty. Would you mind moving your booty? Thank you. So I definitely like what we have going. They're gonna have a bit of an easier time controlling the side lane with the Camille, because Camille is real strong like that, and Malphite doesn't necessarily counter Camille because of all that true damage Camille does. So, but we're two teams, we're two comps that are both good at and looking to go forward. And so it will kind of depend on who is able to get control going forward, get important picks, and take out priority targets earlier on. I I haven't played against Samira enough to really know how well she like fits into a team comp or kind of what role she's gonna play on the professional level, but teams seem to really like her, so I'm not I'm not sure on that one. But I know she's a very big all-in threat in lane. I don't know how good Syndra is with the current state of the game. I mean, Syndra's pretty much always good because she has good utility and her point and click is always bonkers. But I like that CLG has a little bit more bulk on their squad. While Team Liquid really only has the Leona for any sort of tankiness. Okay, that was kind of a weird engage, and Smoothie had to flash. That wasn't great. It might slow down the Nidalee. Yeah, it's not that big a deal because most of the time on set, you're looking to go forward with your flash. So I would expect top lane to go pretty roughly for solo, just with the Camille being the stronger laner and Alfari being the stronger player. Jungle, I would consider these two players about equal. Pobelter, if he can just like keep even in farm and keep alive, that would be very, very good for us. Because we do scale better as a team. Actually, a fair amount better because Kai'Sa just scales so incredibly well, but that was not well done by Turtle. Yeah, he just walked too far forward. He won't have W back up. Wow. Well, that was the lane that I hoped would not perform poorly because it is a part of the like permanent roster. And that was the lane we kind of needed to go. That was the most important to go well. So, what exactly? Like, that was less CLG playing it poorly, and like Turtle played it like they played it pretty well because that's a fight most of the time they should win because they have the huge wave hitting as well. But it was that's just the difference in the champions early on, in terms of their power levels. This could be very bad. Oh, that was beautiful by Pobelter. Holy cow! Wow, what sidestepping! Those sidesteps actually might give us dragon control because we're pushed in bot, and then we have priority over mid now. So we should transition that outplay into a dragon, and we're not really trying to, and I don't get that. Especially if you can stop the back here. Oh, that's big. That's actually really nice because you can shove this in and then go clear out vision.
He's certainly one of the front runners as well for support MVP as he earned that award.
And look to maybe make a play bot lane. You should be like coordinating with Graves to try and get control bot.
Much money. Also getting both last hits on those kills here for tactical. You have so much more
We need to take advantage of situations like that.
So
That
gets to commit to these all-ins, and you have to respect it. You don't get to go for the attempt at the counter kill.
I don't like that at all.
Double kill that early on, plus extra stacks here off the dragon, as Armeo's gonna.
We definitely could have made a move for that dragon, or at least not giving it away for completely free. Like, that's that was just kind of lacking confidence, I think. That's... I don't think Tactical has flash. Does... what?
But Alfari is quietly 4 waves ahead. It'll be about 3 waves ahead after Solo picks up most of these here underneath the turret.
No, Tactical didn't have flash.
Yeah, it's a full resident sleeper
So...
type of lane.
that was... You definitely could have gotten a kill there. You flash stun, you dash flash with the Graves, and you get the smoke screen on him, and then you're able to finish him off. Because they didn't have 6, no flash on the AD carry, like, that easily could have been a kill on the AD carry. I don't know what the fuck we were doing. Like, we just kind of walked it at him, and like we telegraphed exactly what was going on. We needed to just go in, make it happen. So we are losing every lane. We're not really making plays. We at least are getting a little bit of early vision. I don't know if we're just trying to play for mid to late game when we outscale. But, like, there's kind of been one attempt to get any semblance of control in the map. Yeah, I mean that's a good run by Core JJ. Like Wiggly was in the right, or Griffin was in the right place. Definitely had an opportunity to make something happen if Smoothie wasn't there. Is Pobelter just gonna get solo killed? Pobelter with the fast feed. Okay. Griffin, what are you doing? Oh my god, Wild Turtle with the snipe. Griffin is afraid to use his flash offensively, and I hate it. Like, he could have just flashed WQR onto Jensen and gotten the kill for sure. He's lucky Wild Turtle hit the snipe. But there's, like, we should be more aggressively flashing forward and using that as a tool to be able to get advantages rather than trying to save it for when our opponents make a play.
So they've got a better situation early on than what we saw in the previous matchup. So they just got to make sure that they don't allow TF.
And Wild Turtle is doing well in farm, so is Pobelter, so
Let's take another
we
replay here in the
we
mid
kind of had that abysmal start and we're stabilizing now.
Yep, starts it out with that stun.
Like,
And
Pobelter
a lot of
is playing so well.
with the spheres, but Belter trying to play
He's
high
buying
with
for
the stun.
time.
And
Like, it dodges everything, burns the flash, but gets out.
which makes him
Like,
enough to flash about the extra damage.
that was a heck of a snipe. But you could have definitely burst harder as Wiggly and gotten the kill.
He is blind, but you assume the direction that he's going to try and kite is up and around that.
And if anything, like, even
From Wild Turtle,
like you can hold your ulti until the Syndra flash.
Rift Herald summoned up there, gets some damage onto the turret with the
But
plates, but not able to take down all the
he
way
played it wrong, but it worked out for him.
to farm in his jungle. Has about the exact same as Armau, less than one camp separating the two of them. As Tactical and Core JJ maintain their control over bottom side. You can see on your screen right about now, Tactical, the richest man on Summoner's
And
Rift
Solo
right now,
is,
500 gold
you know,
ahead of the next
he's
one, which is Pobelter.
he's a little bit behind, but not nearly as bad
Pretty much tied exactly 2 gold apart between them.
as it could be.
so much of the game is
These dragons could quickly become a problem, but Griffin just isn't really doing much of anything. He's just kind of showing up a little bit late to where he needs to be consistently. Good job by Pobelter to play on the side where he has the help. Okay.
Wants to get away here, but Core JJ's bringing
Good
it
sidestep.
the slow, not the stun. Zenith Blade buffering through the gold card, following it up there with the Shield of Daybreak. Good
I'd-
by Pobelter, or is it? No, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Gonna give the kill to it's Jins.
Yeah, every time
Yeah, they had numbers there. We didn't have any way to like teleport. Like Core JJ is vastly outplaying Smoothie, mostly because Smoothie can't leave Wild Turtle alone against Tactical in that lane because Tactical's a good 600-ish gold ahead at this point, and it won't, and a little bit of experience, and it won't really go well. But Solo kind of not letting the lead grow anymore, which is very good. Stop the back, and he will need to defensively ult to get out. He is very, very tanky. He's not even going to try the ult. Yeah, this Grig Core JJ roaming is really, really good. We just aren't responding to it well because we're not like getting pressure where they aren't. We're like starting to try and match it, but we're just already behind the 8-ball.
Meanwhile, we'll get a reset towards bottom side. CLG trying to use the information with so many people committing top liquid that they
And Tactical already has his mythic. Is Smoothie fucked? Okay. Yeah, that's just game.
Getting stunned as he steps away. Shutdown goes over to Griffin. But look at the amount of black and white screens on CLG. It is a 4-for-1 trade. I'll take that in.
Wow.
Team Liquid picked up a big fight.
Yeah, that's a big.
That's why Samira is
They get 4 members
banned.
in exchange for the kill onto Samira. That is going to be bottom tower as well.
Yeah, that's a huge swing.
Snowball here. Team Liquid expected to be one of the top 2 teams in
Like,
the LCS, right? You know, having to deal with
we had the opportunity to be so much more aggressive than we were, than we have been, but like we haven't used the Twisted Fate teleport at all. We haven't used the Malphite at all. We haven't, like, we've just been playing so scared.
But this is what we were talking about with the reset on bottom side.
Like,
CLG had tried to use the opening window of the mobility boost gank to top side as an opportunity to get deep vision bottom, and they just get punished so hard for it because
Oh, we
their
use the
jungle
Twisted
obviously
Fate teleport there.
back
Like,
out and try and catch them
we're
is
playing so
a great
reactive.
operation. And you mentioned it,
Well,
that
we have a
last
lot of
Core
proactive
in the hands
tools.
of Tactical, he just goes all out with the Samira, chunking them down, and despite losing his own life, also
And
takes
they
out
are
the
playing
HP of
champions that are very
the
vulnerable
kills.
against
I love how the
proactive plays.
Nice eggs.
Samira
damage
has
just
no way
they
to
just
move
weren't
backwards.
decided that they were going to be. They
Nidalee
weren't
is
even
not
trying
good
to
at
turn
going
that.
backwards.
No, they
Syndra's
Not
alright
any sort of
at it, but it's still pretty vulnerable if you get on top of her.
But man, the game was close. It was
But
one
we're not doing
score, and
anything
after that big fight, all of a sudden you
to
got a
generate any sort of advantage. And we're playing champions that do well going forward. And we're playing them like champions that should that
what he thinks of their chances here in this game. Team Liquid, they already have 2
do
drakes
well
on the
going
board.
back.
Third is spawning here in 30 seconds, and they have control over everything. You can see how dark the map is right now for CLG.
All right, this is going to be a true test as well. This tower's gone first here. Team Liquid, you can see the extra vision very, very deep already into the jungle.
Oh, Smoothie's
Lining
dead.
up the double stun.
Nope.
Yeah,
Wild
that
Turtle is.
turtle is wild no longer. Goodbye, Mr. Turtle. As Core JJ goes over the wall here with a hex
Jesus.
A little bit of CC and damage down onto Solo, but he gets himself away. He was never the target, though. It was all about that tier 2 turret,
Like,
and Team Liquid got the
we needed to. There's not too much we can do now.
They were way past the wards of CLG, so they still
Where
have an idea
we were
of them being over there.
we had spots where we could have used our tools and gone forward, but now we've lost so much control over the map that we're just in a massively disadvantaged state.
Allowing Tactical to finish off that kill with one of the most annoying things about getting smashed by a Samira is that she just randomly does cartwheels then as she's walking around too. And he's just knocking right out, the extra kill, back on track, now 5 kills.
And now
shield bow ready,
they're just massive.
on, and he's ready to make more of the diving plays. Once again,
And there isn't too much we can do about it.
we get a little incursion into Team Liquid territory as soon as Team Liquid take several objectives at once, and you steal away.
Yeah, you don't win that.
Or one jungle camp or something to try and get
Just
out.
something.
You'd,
Anything at all.
I would hesitate to take a 2v1 against that Samira.
Well, Wild Turtle at least stopped Tactical's back there in the rush, so that's something. But Team Liquid is in a really good spot here. They've got 4.5 minutes until they can potentially grab themselves a break.
Thanks.
Yeah, in his soul point, and Pobelter's dead.
Oh, no, Pobelter
Unless,
trying to use
yeah,
space to
and
buy
Solo,
some time.
like,
Now Solo's arrived.
Solo's
Alfari finds himself in a 1v1 against him,
maybe
but
gonna die.
CLG
Okay, he gets that
do not
off.
wanna let Alfari get away with this. They're trying
Do
to
we
chase
get
the ult.
Alfari in exchange? We do. Solo gets the gold, but we lose a tower. Like, we lose all control over the top side. But this does give us a little bit of control over the bot side of the map, and we should be laying down. Well, no, we don't. It's 3 minutes away. We don't need to lay down vision quite yet. But we used a lot there.
But when you are behind like this, you kind of got to make some all-in plays. They get a little bit of money back for themselves. Solo then
Yes, if we would have been making some sort of all-in play earlier in the game, we would have been in a much better spot. But we weren't.
So some little chunks of money here for CLG. They didn't go into the best spots, but you take gold anywhere you can actually have it. Here's Alfari's look again at his 1v1 with Pobelter. This is Camille.
That's not necessarily.
There's no chance that Twisted Fate wins that. You can't delay it.
That's just a little greedy by Pobelter.
I like this replay is showing on the minimap. You can see that transition all
But like, we have no vision on that side of the map, so it was very risky to be that far pushed up without vision of everyone on Liquid.
This could be hard for CLG to get a lot out of any sort of
We do have like control over Baron for the moment. Good job by Turtle to get out of that. Solo can get back to the tower and should be alright. He is very tanky. yeah, he has to ulti to get out, and defensive Malphite ult is never something you want to have to do, but he had to.
They can keep on doing whatever they want to do.
And all they had to do was burn the Leona ult.
I think they're afraid of nothing. I don't think these boys got a fearful bone in their body right about now. 7,000 gold lead, 5 turrets to 1, 10 kills to 3, 3 drakes to 0. It is looking good for the big blue horse here in game number 1 of their 2021 season.
Yeah, and honestly, when you have this type of luxury that you do on Team Liquid's side, I actually like the style that Alfari is going for. I am a huge fan of Divine Sunder instead of Trinity Forces on a lot of different champions, unless it's really attack speed-based champion, because I just find
I don't have too much to say at this point. Like I can hope we do something to contest Baron effectively. Like we just have to hope for a Team Liquid mistake at this point. They're that far ahead. And even if they do like make a big mistake, I'm not confident we will capitalize on it. Okay. So Camille is pushing in there. Poblete has to be careful. We don't really have any sort of teleport advantage. Like they're pushed up and Dragon's up in a little bit, and they're doing a very good job of getting control of that. We have to contest this. There was something aggressive for the first time, and yeah, it doesn't matter. It was so poorly executed. Yeah, that just was not clean. We just did not make any decisions.
oh my goodness, he comes out of the zone, just gets the heal, flashes to the other side, tactical with
That
Samira ult while you're protected by
yeah, we just had no idea how to go forward. Okay, Wiggly, get your Griffin, get your ass in there and contest that. You have to. Go. Burn everything to burst it. Jesus. Fuck! Holy cow. Holy cow. That was so pathetic.
True. I do not expect
How do you lose that?
to expire before the game ends.
Wow.
Let's make a bet on that. Before this game, we were wondering, what's the time estimates here? A couple of bets on this game. Looks like I'm gonna say they can end it with the Baron. That's still pretty risky. Only 2 minutes 20 seconds. I think Liquid actually are in a position to just shove all the way through to the Nexus. Let's see if they can pull it off.
By around 26 minutes. It'll be about a 26-minute finish.
You know, Smoothie didn't look that bad this game. Wiggly just was terrible. Jesus. Turtle didn't look great. Yeah. And that's just the game. I see why Samira's banned. I'm not sure why we banned Misfortune over Samira, but we did. But we're still learning the meta early on. It's pretty early. When we pick a comp that is designed to go forward, we need to go forward. That was our biggest issue this game. We didn't start going forward until it was too late. We could have taken the 70% chance of success plays. Instead, we waited till it was the 7% chance for success plays to finally go forward. It wasn't good. It lacked confidence and leadership. And it wasn't very inspiring, but to me it looked like Griffin was one of the primary sources of that. He just was not confident going forward.
I know that much, man. Fair enough.
So hopefully when Broxa comes back, we can start to solve those issues. But it wasn't a game that I expected to go terribly well. Our laning phases weren't bad from like the people that mattered. Wiggly did nothing. Like Griffin did nothing. So that was one of the primary differences. Grigney was more active, and Core JJ was like far more active across the map, and that early 2v2 kill enabled that quite a bit. It wasn't necessarily a bad fight for them to take, they just got outplayed. I didn't hate it. So we can there were some good things. There's definitely still a lot to work on, but we're just kind of in a weird limbo until visa issues get solved and Brox and Finn get here, and hopefully we can have a little bit of swagger to us.
There's might have been some sort of a different angle there